It's all about thoughts. How are thoughts formed? What essence are they formed by? It is just like a flower. She receives nutrition from the earth. So it depends what is put into the earth. If it is contaminated water or pure water, whether its root system can take of the sound nutritions to bring up a flower. But yet with the fruit, we see the true essence that has come into its root system from that particular earth where it was planted. So, if you have contaminated water, of course the fruit will be rotten. That's what we see in these days. And Jesus said, who is the way, the truth, and the life, he did not only say that, he truly is. He is not a liar. He is truly God. That's why he cannot lie, whereas others lie. So what he said is true. Thereby you can see the essence of his being God. And this is how every flower is built. That is how life is truly built by God. Not to be corrupted, but to grow up healthily by healthy nutrition coming in the whole man, in the whole woman. Just an example for today. So the thoughts are so important. What comes in the thoughts? Is there healthy food coming in the thoughts? Do you accept the false food, contaminated food coming into your mind? Or do you only accept the pure? And there Jesus says, according to what you say, it will be given to you. The fruit of your lips, Proverbs 18:20. So what do you say you really have already formed in your belief system? That is what you believe in. That is thoughts having stimulated your belief system. Today I got a beautiful example. This morning it's snowing here again, and the example is, in these days I'm feeding lots of birds around here, and I love if they come, and I stand in respect towards them. You have to be in a certain distance to them, so to not shy them away. But I feed them with healthy food, of course, not contaminated, because I want to sustain their lives. I don't want them to see dying because I have given them the false food. So I put the best in there. I try to find out what is real food for the birds so that they are healthy, that they make it nicely through the winter, strong through the winter. And there I came out like on the balcony. I have a little house for birds there, a little place, and I put some natural things there, so they feel like at home, because they feel at home in the real nature where they are free. So what happened? My beloved bird, it's quite a big bird. She comes closer and closer to me. I've got to know her during the summer season, the autumn season, the spring season last time. Now we're in the winter season, and she comes closer and closer because trust has been built by the right nutritions that were fed also to her. The way I dealt with her, the way I respected her, the way I kept a certain distance on her, to not shy her away. I came to the balcony and I saw her so close, like 2 meters away from me, just sitting in front of the house, the bird's house. And she stayed there. This time she didn't fly away. I opened the door softly, and I just spoke to her in a soft way, not in a shocking way, of course not in a dominating way, but in a soft, sensitive way. Like, hello, my friend. Awesome to see you this morning. This is opening up life. This is for life to trust. And this is exactly what God has built into our life system of Him being made after His image. That's how we should go. That's how we are naturally built to live and to radiate the godly life from us to all which holds life of God in it. And the bird sat there. And I didn't move forward. I didn't dare yet because I didn't want to lose that trust that the bird is building towards me. I'm far bigger than the bird. So she knows that by my power I could do anything with her. So God has given her wings to fly away in case. And what did she do? When I came gradually, I watched her, I talked with her, but then I wanted to feed them because the bowl was empty. And then I gradually came there. I kept talking to her, having good attitude, a good heart with her, loving her in my heart. And there she then flew away finally, but sitting in the close by tree. I just want to say, everyone has been given wings of God, wings, spiritual wings, a spirit. We sense with him what is right, what is wrong, and we have the opportunity and the freedom given by him through Jesus Christ to fly away when an enemy wants to draw too close with harsh words, with dominating and suppressing words. And you hear it by the voice they use. We have seen a few videos about Hamas and how they talk, and then you see others who talk. Look at President Netanyahu, look at President Trump and how they talk. You know, just we have to evaluate the godly way. And then look at Hamas members and how they talk. And we have ample testimony about that. This is not against the people. Jesus said, we do not fight against flesh and blood, but against rulers and powers in the spiritual realm. This is what we have to know. We are in a fight there, but it's the fight about the nutrition. What does the enemy, Satan, want to give into the life to be contaminated and to break every trust by dominance, by harshness? And what does God give us to be fed in Christ Jesus with truth? That deliberating truth that restores life and says you must not trust someone who comes on you with dominance, with prison cells to close you in their little cage, even though it's called golden. But there you are in that cage and can never fly again. And you have been stolen your freedom to decide where to go in that amazing world of God, which has none of these limits. Where have we allowed these prisons to be built? It started with the mind and what we have received in our thought life. Thereby Jesus saved our thoughts, our everything, to just being built by him.